And we are back, and I'm so excited to introduce Nicola Hudson, who is our next guest today. And she is from School Ponytails and Ponytails and Fairy Tales, which is a local business that operates out of Port Kennedy, Nicola.
We do. Thank you, Emma.
Now tell me, because you weren't always a ponytail enthusiast or a hair that's your new title, ponytail, the hair accessory person. The bow lady, is that what people call you?
Yes.
Oh,
that sounds nice.
I like it. I like it a lot. What got you into this kind of industry?
Well, after many years working in pharmacy,
Yep.
I had kids and decided I couldn't be driving from Rockingham to Welshpool anymore and taking kids to school. So I had to come up with a plan B.
Yeah.
I didn't have one. So I took my maternity leave and was taking my then 4-year-old, who just turned 11 yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, Ella. To school, and they said, you must wear royal blue bows in your hair. So I tropped off to the uniform shop and looked at the wall with 6 shades of blue, and none of them were royal blue. I thought, well, this is a bit rubbish. I'll go get my own. So I used some of my networks and had some bows made up to suit the uniform. And then some friends wanted some, and then some friends of friends wanted some, and then it just sort of snowballed from there. And I thought, why are schools not making money out of this? This is a no-brainer. They should be able to buy the right colours to suit their uniform and be able to buy the volume that they need as well. And then the other thing I noticed was school P&Cs, particularly the public schools, they're always after a fundraising opportunity. I was like, this is a P&C thing. They should be offering this with no out-of-pocket cost, but they can still get some money back at the end of the sales period. And I sort of snowballed this idea. Decided I'll just go make a website, see if I can sell some colours. Spoke to my kids' school and said, do you think this has got some merit? And they said, yeah, we'll buy your bows. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a go.
Oh, cool.
And next thing, it was a couple of months later, I had a website and I had 19 schools in the Rockingham area working with me.
Wow. So in like 3 months you had 19 schools working with you. Yeah. And I love it because it's like that's the thing, isn't it? Mums become inventive because you got to pay your bills, but you do want to spend time with your kids because you kind of like them.
But we're problem solvers.
Oh, absolutely.
You saw an issue, but you also saw an opportunity and you went, I can do this.
I can do something. My husband was working away at the time as well, was working away in the mines.
So you had time on your hands?
I had 2 little
I'm joking.
In between the washing and the cleaning and running the kids to school and dancing, it was pretty full on.
Your 24-hour role.
Yeah. Hey, why not build a website while we're
at
it? Did you build it yourself? Like, are you clever like that?
Apparently, I must be clever like that. I didn't know that I'm quite techie, but I didn't know that I could do that, but I did that. So we get feedback now and someone says, oh, this doesn't quite work. It's me that answers those emails, and then I literally jump online and I make some edits and change things.
Do you love that part of your business, that when you're speaking to someone and you said, oh, send us an email, you'll actually be talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about supporting a local business is the face that you see is usually the one you speak to behind the screen of the computer.
It's like a Facebook. Is it called a meme? I don't know. Where it's like when you buy from a local business, you're paying for dance classes. That's really literally for you.
That's the thing with us. Like we started off and it was in my house, and then I outgrew the house pretty quickly, and then we moved to a warehouse space, and now we've got about $250,000 worth of bows sitting in a warehouse in Port Kennedy. We've got strategic production team partnerships so that we can manufacture any volume at any time in any colours. And with that, we needed a team, and I exclusively employ mums.
Oh, I love you.
Mums that can work 9 till 3. And they come in when they've dropped the kids at school, whenever that might be, after sports carnival or whatever's going on. They do whatever needs to be done, and as long as it's done by the time Oz Post comes and knocks on the door to get the parcels, we're all good.
I love that. It's like we had Little Rascals in last week, and the lady who I've forgotten her name, Deb.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look, I haven't forgotten her name. I'm very clever. Same deal. She's like, we understand that family is important, and we want our staff to be able to attend their kids' sports carnivals. It is so important because your kid misses you when you're not there.
Yeah, and just because you're working and juggling family, it's so confining when you know you've got to be somewhere between 9 and 2:30 and you must rush. So we sort of structured it in a way that it was like, look, we all work together, we're all mums. Because we're all mums, we're all very much perfectionists. We're very picky. So it's pretty much like phoning up your own mum going, Mum, can you just do this for me? And you just have this trust that it's going to be right.
Yeah.
So 14,000 online orders, and I don't even know how many bits of paper we've had in from schools over the years.
So how long? So you said 4? Did you say Ella was 4 and she's 11?
She's just turned 11. So
7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah. I had a brand new baby and less than 1 year old and a husband.
And a house full of bows.
And a house filled with bows.
Everybody needs a bow in their life.
Oh.
They do. They do. The kids, if you want them to look a little bit nicer than they do when they're running out the door, I just say...
Just put a bow in it.
Put a bow in it. Ponytail and a bow, off you go. Done.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should be wearing today?
Bows?
Bows.
I think, it would make me feel a bit better if I was wearing a bow, actually. I think
we should have them all over our head right now.
And what I love, so I'm going to talk to you, because what I love about Nicola is that I went to her a little while ago, maybe a couple of years now, when my daughter was playing netball and there weren't the bows that matched her netball uniform. So I went, these are the colours, and she came back to me with samples. The green wasn't quite right, so then she chose another green for me, and now we've got 4 or 5 bows that they can wear at any point in time that matches their uniform perfectly.
Well, I actually notice it's actually a great gift for a coach to give their girls when they're in like a netball team at the end of the season. Absolutely. Or even at the start as an intro. Hey, I'm your coach and here you go. To make us a team, we'll all wear these.
That's it, yeah.
And that's the kind of thing, the bow can become the uniform and that thing that unites you as a team or a group or whatever. Yes. And you've got the power to do that.
We do. And we work with so many netball clubs, particularly lots of netball, lots of dance as well, but netball's huge.
Yeah.
And they're all coming up for their registration days at the moment and new season. So we are shipping buckets of bows all around the country at the moment.
RDNA, if you're listening, Nicole. They run fundraisers.
We've supplied a number of the local teams, but a lot over east. We've worked with one of the Australian Diamonds players.
Oh, fancy.
And one of the...
Hang on, what's Diamonds?
It's netball.
Netball. It is netball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like the word. Hey, can I just completely off topic? So I just shared last week that I'm in my first ever footy tipping competition, right? And I did a pattern. So last week I made it look like lightning. That was how I did my pattern, and I got 7.
Well, there you go.
Out of 9. So I'm the winner. Well, I'm the winner at present. And this week my pattern has been alphabetical order. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna beat all of these people who are strategically tipping with my drawing pictures using the fixtures.
Yeah, I like it.
Footy tipping tips by Emma.
Totally.
Who knows nothing?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What's a docker?
Yeah. I know that. I've got like purple stuff.
Because I'm a purple heart here. I am educating her on sport as we're going through the motions, and she does know about futsal.
Yes, I know about futsal. The ball is heavier, the court is smaller.
Faster game.
The South Coast Baptist.
I know the boys. You need to get behind their fundraiser.
Yes.
Those boys are unbelievable.
Oh, if only
they wore bows.
Maybe you could put bows on their shoes.
Their sisters can wear bows, and this is the thing.
And their parents.
We work a lot with schools and netball and other sports, but the funny thing with the school is the school sports day, the carnivals. So we do lots of carnival gear and bows, and it's usually the 3-year-olds, the pre-kindy kids, and they're standing there with the pom-poms and they've got zinc on and the hairsprayed and sweatbands. And
so you do like the zinc and
all of that
everything.
So that was the other thing I was going to ask. So have you kind of gone beyond the bow and thought of more things that can be team related or group related, and now you've added that to your business?
Yeah. So we've got a billion bows, but we have this beautiful big colour coordinated wall with all the different products, from zinc sticks, hairsprays, hair chalk, hair wax. You can colour your hair anyway.
Headbands.
You've got socks, laces.
Laces are cool.
Laces are cool, but the coolest thing is for sports carnivals, the socks, the coloured socks.
Yes.
Because you can see your kid on the oval.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you look out and you're like,
which one's mine?
Yeah,
They're
one's
all
mine?
wearing the
But
same coloured shirt.
they've got the yellow socks on, you can see them. So that's
up
the
there for
hot.
thinking.
That's the hot.
Don't
tip.
everyone do that, please, because
I know,
then I won't
we're
spot
not
my
gonna
kid.
find the kids. Yeah. But that is really cool, and so much fun seeing the kids. They love getting dressed up, and their siblings like getting dressed up, and all the mums, we're seeing a lot of mums at our school coming to school in their colours.
Well, the parents get dressed up too. That's a committed parent that goes down there in their kids' colours with their pom-poms, their bows and things. You're shaking your head.
No, I'm not a committed parent, because by the time the sports carnival comes around, I've always forgotten. Like, I've got stuff sitting there, and then my kids have got it, and I've got like a cape and a tutu, but the kids steal it from me, so I end up with just one small bow in my hair. So I can't be that over enthusiastic parent, because
But you cheer on that enthusiastic parent.
I am the loudest.
I know. I know you're the loud.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I actually forewarn people now if they're close to me. I'm like, my kid's in this next race, just be aware I'm really loud.
Stand back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then one sports carnival, I was cheering really loudly, and these people were staring at me like I was weird. And I'm like, what are you looking at? Why aren't you cheering for my kid? And then they're going, go, Jimmy, go, Jimmy.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on, stop staring at me. I already know I'm loud and weird. It's part of my charm.
Oh, my goodness. Back to bows.
Yes, back to bows.
So you are kind of the epitome of a parent that has just gone, I can do this. I'm just going to do it. And step by step.
I'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
Love your
And I
positivity.
guess I wanted to ask you, there's a lot of parents out there, and I'm calling out the mums, because I really feel like there's a lot of mums out there that have these ideas and go, oh, it's just too much. What kind of resources did you kind of seek, or support did you seek when starting your business?
To begin with, I was on maternity leave, so I had a little bit of money outside. And the thought was, though, if I've got $5,000, I could take a year off and go and buy a coffee every single week when I'm out walking the baby. Or I could take that $5,000 and throw hell to the wind and see what happens, and maybe I'll turn it into something. Either way, I will have had lots of fun doing it, but one might actually turn into something. So from doing that, I literally took that little bit of money and started buying product, and then all of a sudden I need more product and more product.
So how did you get like this business sense? Do you think is it something that can be learned? Is there somewhere that you went, okay, I'm running a business, I need to do my books, I need to set up a website, how am I going to do that? Where did you get that information?
I did study business at uni.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
However, I've always been a salesperson. I love marketing.
Okay.
I can see something and I know how to fix that. Or you could just do this and this might just work. That's me.
Yeah, okay.
So I've always been able to sort of break things down and make it into little chunks to start the ball rolling.
Small steps to keep going.
Yeah, and practical stuff too. Like, if we just do this, then this will happen. So I definitely started with that sort of drive in myself. I always kind of knew I was probably going to have a business at some point, but I had zero idea what it might be. And as a kid, I grew up in Scotland, and we wore bows in our hair every single day. And we had the wool blazer and the full uniform. And moving to Australia, all these kids were running around in shorts and T-shirts. And we're like, what is this? They don't even have a bow in their hair.
When did you move?
92.
So
30 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you were quite young.
I was 9 at the time.
Okay, because you have I can't even.
Do you know, it wasn't until she said Scotland that I went, there's the accent.
Oh, did you? I didn't even hear it, maybe.
It comes out often on a Friday evening.
I understand.
Yeah. Yes. When you slip into the weekend, it's like slipping back into yourself. Yeah, you're just like the full accent comes out. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that about you. That's something new for today.
I find this story quite inspirational, because I feel like, a lot of us see a need in the community, and it takes people like you to go, I'm going to feel that. I'm going to do that. And then you start this business that's servicing how many schools within WA, within Australia?
Around the country. Yeah. Look, we work with about 250 schools regularly with fundraising. We would work with thousands of schools overall. We are stocked in, I've actually stopped counting. It's hundreds and hundreds of school stockers around the country. Because everything we do, it's, well, you don't want to get products at school and then have to faff around with it. You want it just to take it out the bag and shove it on a shelf or stick it on the supplied stand. So it's priced and it's ready to go tagged. It's all just done. We just take the faff out of everything.
Make it easy for your consumer.
Make it easy for the people.
Yeah.
They don't, and most people that we work with are volunteers. It's
PNC,
parents associations. So it's the mum that's the netball coach, and she's also got a 9-to-5 job that she's got to do, and she does netball on the side. Or it could be gymnastics or dance, and we've got soccer kids, we've got all sorts, and the schools.
Yeah.
Can I ask, how much networking do you do within the local community?
Because we primarily work in the online space, not a lot in the local community. In the early days, very, very heavily. I was personally literally going to schools and saying, hi, my name's Nicola, I'd love to chat.
Yeah.
And I did all the legwork to begin with.
Yeah.
And then once my two amazing staff, Erin and Kelly, came into the warehouse, that freed me up. So now it's mostly online. I'm on a computer all day long.
Yeah.
Answering emails and
the legwork was essential, do you think?
It was 100% essential in the early days, because the idea always evolves. You think, I know I can make this work, but you've got to figure out what works.
Yeah, you need the client first to be able to work with.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you need to turn around and say, okay, so if I provide you this, how does that sit with you, and what else do you need? So every day is a constant learning process. We're always picking up new tips and tricks. And that then means I have to go back and change. It could be like a whole email automation chain. I'm like, oh dear, I've been saying the wrong thing to the wrong person the whole time. Or maybe I can segment and separate the customer groups a bit more.
Yeah, into two groups. Working out what works here, what works there.
Yeah. So it gets to the point where it's sort of this self-fulfilling machine. We spent a lot of time and energy on social media to begin with, and now I'm not on it all the time.
No. Yeah.
But I know what happens when we do go on all the time. If the business is busy, I just need to put a little bit more effort into it again.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Social media to start you, if you are doing this kind of thing, legwork and social media, learning about like the platform we use, Shopify. So choosing a good web-based platform, learning about email automations and what email marketing companies you're going to use. There's so many little things that it's sort of this little bag opens up and it's like, oh, I didn't know about these things, and you have to teach yourself all of that.
So I could probably learn a lot from you. I have a small business myself, and it's been going very well for 13 years, but I have trouble letting go of control, and so I do every single thing within my business, and that can be really difficult because there's other people that can do the job better than me. Yeah. No one can present a workshop as good as I can, but in saying someone could do my books a lot better than I could. Someone could probably do my social media a lot better than I could. How did you go letting control of your business go? Because it's something that I know I should do, but I'm really having trouble doing it.
It's hard.
She's got no answer. She's like,
it's hard. No, it got to the point. I do have a firm belief that my time is best spent doing what I do well.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to believe that in yourself. What am I good at, and what am I not good at? And give that stuff away. So we've got. I do nothing to do with the accounting. I just get told, stop spending money. The tax man needs some money.
Yes.
So stop spending it today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or spend it more effectively and invest in IPL.
You definitely need to. You need to be in the headspace first. You can do anything with the right mindset. You just need to believe in what you're doing and get going, and then start filtering out. The biggest thing is, I was like, I could stand here and pack orders all day, or I could be fixing the website and actually talking to the customers that want to speak to me. So that's what I do.
Yes.
And, Erin and Kelly are absolutely amazing. They love doing what they do. We've got a brilliant relationship. They take as much care over the orders as I do, and I just let them go for it. They don't need micromanaged. Let them go for it. And so you've got to get to that point where you can trust who you're giving the jobs to,
and that's how you grow. And that's that's essentially how you grow a business, is actually letting other people come on board and be a part of your team and help you do what you do best.
Look, and understanding that people have different strengths. Like, you are a chatter, and it's something and you're very positive and very engaging, but not everyone really likes talking to people. So having people who maybe don't want to be chatting but really good at packing orders or making sure everything's happening efficiently, just understanding that there are strengths in different people. I go in the warehouse
and the girls hate it because I stuff everything up. They're like, get out my way. And that's not how we do that. Oh, sorry. I'll just go. I'll get back to my computer.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Go back to what you're doing.
Boss free zone.
But that's what you just need to. You need to trust.
Yeah.
And that's I choose everybody around me that just believes the same as I do. You can get through anything. Put a smile on your face. Figure it out. There's nothing that's too hard. Just give it a go.
Yeah.
Well, give your business another plug. Where do we find you?
So the business is School Ponytails, and you can find us at schoolponytails.com.au. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. That's under the original business name, Ponytails and Fairy Tales. But if you look up School Ponytails, you can generally find us, because I've done a lot of work on the internet. And hopefully make sure you can find us. Yeah. And if you're a school or a club and you're interested in fundraising, we have got info kit that you can download, or you can get in touch with me by email, and I can send that through to you. Fundraising's super easy. It's mostly hands off. And
that's what lots of PNCs want, something that's already laid out for them, easy to do, and they can do it.
I give you the marketing materials. We do a lot for you. And same with wholesale. We can supply whatever you need, whenever you need, including the stands if you need it.
Yeah.
So it's all there. It's all online at schoolponytails.com.au.
Schoolponytails.com.au. Thank you so much for coming in. It's always lovely to chat to you. I see, Nicola. Well, not as much.
We haven't. No, the kids are getting older.
Yeah, I know. They're like independent and walk themselves in and stuff like that now.
I know.
And I absolutely love hearing of another successful business within our community, someone else with the drive to go, I'm going to do it. And you've achieved so much, and you'll be an inspiration to hopefully some other women and men who are listening today going, you know what? If she can do it, so can I.
Yep. You can definitely take something small. You've just got to think big and keep pushing bigger.
Excellent.
And we'll support you at IPL. So if you've got a small business out there and you want to come and sit in the chair just like Nicola, I wouldn't say she's small anymore.
No.
She's huge.
Her business.
We're definitely not somebody just making a couple of bows in the back garden.
No hot glue guns anymore.
No. And to be fair, we never have, but we have the right people to do the right thing with the right quality of product.
Which leads me to my next song, which is such a good segue, Learn to Fly by Tom Petty.